I've been experimenting quite a bit with the garment sewing and my DIY sewing patterns and some of the patterns I've created while draping. This is what I've done so far this year, and I'm excited to share with you what I've sewn. Neckline, the sleeveless armholes, and the hem have exposed raw edges, which I love so much. And for a better fit, I included bust darts. Although this dress is far from perfect, the darts are lopsided and the front armhole area needs, just a little bit of work. It's still one of my favorites. And I made this dress using painter's drop cloth with 100% cotton, and I dyed it to give it like the illusion of suede. I dyed it with like some terracotta colors, some orange and browns, and hopefully it gives off that effect. But anyways, if it doesn't, I love it. I love it so much. And keep a lookout, because pretty soon I'll have a step-by-step video tutorial for how I made this dress, if you want to check that out. I created this dress using the McCall's 7191 sewing pattern, and I chose style B in size medium. Although I love the dress's loose and comfortable fit, I plan to size down to a small next time I use this pattern. There's just a lot of extra room in the finished measurements, and anyways, this dress, it's so versatile. It's a great wardrobe staple that can be styled in many different ways, and you can dress it up. I've worn it with tennis shoes, sandals, and boots just to change the look, and I just absolutely love it. And for the fabric, I used 100% cotton painter's drop cloth. I pattern hacked the McCall's 7191 sewing pattern to create my own dress. And all I did was I raised the waistline for a higher waist, like an empire waistline, and I shortened the hem, and I added the cute puffy sleeves, and I'm really happy with the results. And it's really amazing how simple changes can make such an impact. And lastly, for the material for the dress, I used 100% cotton from Fabric Wholesale Direct, and I'll leave the link in the description below if you're interested in that. This dress was also made from painter's drop cloth, and guys, I enjoy sewing with this material, I'm not gonna lie. I made this to add to my wardrobe staples, and I love this dress so much. It has exaggerated side slits on both sides, and it has a rounded neckline, and I created the pattern by draping it on my body form. I'll be making a video on how I made this very soon, once I've worked out some of the minor fitting details. However, I realized that this dress needs to be shorter because while I was going up the stairs, I stepped on it and then I tripped. So it definitely needs to be hemmed up quite a bit and maybe fitted more snugly in certain spots. But for now, I'm happy with how it turned out. I recently made this gathered skirt out of a rectangle, and it was the easiest skirt I've ever made, and I'm planning to share the details of how I made it in an upcoming video. Beside that, I used this beautiful floral cotton lawn fabric from Spoonflower, but I think I might have made a mistake in choosing the fabric for this type of skirt, because when I walk, the front of the skirt tends to ride up and pudge out, which is not very flattering. However, I wouldn't consider this project a failure. It's just a skill that I'm working on. I'm still a beginner. I'm still learning how to create my own patterns. I made this super fun skirt by patching together long strips of the painter's drop cloth and exposing the seams to the front, and it has this side zipper, and it turned out to be such a great addition to my wardrobe. But guys, oh my gosh, I ended up sewing the zipper backwards, and I didn't realize it until I tried it on. So after fixing it, I'm now obsessed. So I self-drafted the skirt pattern and it turned out so beautifully, and I'll share the how-to video and the pattern soon, but just remember that I'm still learning pattern drafting, so the grading may not be included, okay? So I made the Hannah wrap skirt, the digital sewing pattern from Rosary Apparel, and I made it in a size 12, in the Australian size 12, and I made it during the summer and I love it. However, I found that the hip area was a bit snug where the pockets are, so next time I think what I'll do is I'll just grade up a size and maybe even add a cute ruffle. Next, I paired the skirt with the blouse that I created using my DIY pattern while safe draping on my body form. This blouse has like a flowy design. It's slightly gathered at the top of the raglan sleeves, and it has an elastic hemline. And for the fabric, I used a double gauze from Fabric Wholesale Direct, and I'll provide the links to both fabrics in the description below. I wanted to share my experience creating this super fun jumpsuit, which turned out to be a bit of a challenge, but I used the sewing pattern from Arena on Indie Pattern, which I found on Etsy, and although the pattern and design were fine, I had some issues with the fit, and perhaps it was because I have an extra long torso, but the pockets ended up in a strange place and the neckline was almost as low as my waist. I don't know. I mean, it was clear that it wasn't meant to fit like that, so I decided to create my own pattern to achieve the desired results. And to do this, I raised the neckline midway to my bust line where my apex is, or maybe a little above my apex, and I added elastic to close the flared pants, and then I lined the bodice and the end product turned out to be super cute, and it's so fun to wear. And I usually wear it when I'm in my sewing studio, working on my sewing projects. And if you're interested, I can provide a link to the fabric that I used down below in the description. This is one of my favorite tops that I've made, and I call it the Babydoll ruffled top with the retro vintage flowers. Oh my gosh, this fabric has such a great vibe, and whenever I wear it, I feel just a little bit groovy, and I just love it so much. So yeah, this top, I self-draped the pattern on my body form, and seriously, after several attempts, I finally got it to fit just right, and the only adjustment that I plan to make for next time is to add interfacing to the sleeve cuffs, just to add some extra structure. And I mean, the cuffs kept rolling up and I had to keep adjusting them, but other than that, I'm really proud of how it turned out. And for the fabric, it's a cotton lawn. It's very lightweight and it was perfect for summer. And I'll leave the information in the description below. I created a super easy crop top in literally no time at all. This top features multiple exposed seams for the center front detail, as well as exposed seams on the sleeve and neckline. And with its loose and boxy fit, it's so comfortable to wear, guys. And I also used drop cloth and self-drafted this pattern. And guys, this top is definitely going to be a wardrobe staple for me for many years to come. And it can be paired with many other garments to switch things up and create a variety of outfits. And I made another crop top, and this one has a lot of pleating details around the lower half. And I had never really sewn pleats before, but I wanted to experiment a little bit. So I self-drafted the pattern, and the top has like a loose and boxy fit like the other one. And it's very, very comfortable, just like the other one I made. And the extra puffy sleeves on the top are my favorite, and it's just a simple top, and it can be paired with shorts, pants, or even skirts, and really making it a versatile addition to my wardrobe. And interestingly, guess what? I used painter's drop cloth again. I didn't have any plans when I decided to make this wrap top with ties. And it ended up being a very challenging project that took me such a long time to complete. And I basically created the design as I went along, and I was using my body form as a guide, and I made countless changes along the way. And I really like how it turned out. I used muslin for the fabric, and this turned out to be an actual wearable toile, and I'm really pleased with the end results. If you've made it all the way through the video to the very end, I want to thank you so much. I do plan on posting a video every week. I will go ahead and end the video right here. If this channel is something that you might be interested in, I would love it if you throw me a like, if you subscribe to my channel and tick the bell notifications for future videos, and I will see you next week. Bye.